Alrighty, so here we are. It is day number 9. So I'm going to lead what I led in my Pilates mat class this morning, which is a really good balance sequence, great for the hips again. So for this practice, you'll just need one heavy weight and a yoga block. So are we ready? Let's begin. We're going to start off with that yoga block in your hands and start with your right leg back behind you. And we'll just start with a little lunge down and stretch. So the lunges that we're focusing on here is going straight down the middle of the legs and up. Nice high heel on the back leg. So it almost mimics that good old crescent lunge kind of feeling. All right, so we're going to lunge, stretch the block out in front, little rotate to your left, and then come back and stand up. That's it. So exhale, breath down. Inhale as you rotate and stand. Do 3 repetitions there. There's 2. Come up. And then last one. Beautiful, into tippy bird. So now you're going to reach down, place the block to the floor, and then come back into that lunge. Whoa. Reach up, tap. Now this back leg, the moment your back leg lifts up off the mat, really push that back leg. So no floppy back leg. You want to be strong and active there. Good. And then lower down. And I know that sometimes that back leg can be a bit floppy, right? Nice. You've another 2 more here. And then last one. Take that little hold, light hands on the block, pop your left hand to your hip, point the back toes, tap and lift. So really beautiful lift up through the belly. Nice slow control of the back leg. Try not to white knuckle that yoga block. You'll be feeling this all globally in your left leg. Another 3, 2, and 1. Take a little breather. Stretch the legs. We're going to stay working on the left side. So pop your block down, and then your left foot is going to come on top of your block. So find that nice deep lunge. I'm actually going to grab this weight. Yeah. We're going to lunge down and then lunge back. And then step back on the block. Whoa. And then go back. So you step forward. Now see if you can do this without touching the floor in the middle. And of course, if you need to pop the foot down in the middle, that's okay. But 2 more reps there. Last time. And then lunge. Step up. Face me. Place that same foot on the yoga block. Weights in the hands. So this is going to throw you off balance a little. And then a little split squat. A squat out. So this leg's going to be higher. So I want you to try not to swing out. Make sure your weight's going down in the middle of those legs. Step back in. And then balance. So split. Out. Out. Good for me doing the recording because I can actually see whether I'm biasing. You want to squat right down the middle, right down the middle. Stand up, go down, out, in, left. Let's go for 2 more. And of course, if you like this, you could rinse and repeat this again and do this with a few more reps. Certainly feel it. My left glute check. In and left, little hold here. Stretching that leg out and in. I'm going to flex the foot and just bring that weight back in here. 4, this yoga block makes me a little bit taller. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let's swap over to the other side. Woo! Someone's a bit weary today. 4 classes on a Saturday, I get a bit tired. All right, I'm going to start in here. And the weight's going to come out in front of me. split squat, and out, and in, and up. What? Out, in, up, split, out, in, up. I'm going to call this Pilates for life. You need good, strong hips and glute muscles, so we're able to keep walking, doing the gardening, getting up and down off the floor, out, in, left. Let's go for 2 more. In, left, last time. In, left, stretching out. In, for 4, for 3. Hello, hip flexors. 2, and 1. Well done. Right, move that block to the other side of your mat. My right leg that's going to be on the block. Start in that little lunge. Okay, so it's lunge down and back. Step forward, back. Step full flat foot on the block. What I noticed today in classes, we had a little bit of this, a little bit of this. So I really want you to step on it, whole flat foot on the block, and back. Foot on the block, and back. Foot on the block, and back. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Come forward, move the block, swap it with got the weight for the block, hands down, and then back into your lunge. And tippy bird, and tippy bird, and down. All right, hopefully my back leg is being nice and active and behaving as I come into that tippy bird, and down. You've got 2. Hold this next one up, so hold, lengthen the back leg long, draw the belly in and up, and we tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift. Of course, for a yoga block, you could use a chair, you could use a weight, a drink bottle. You've got 3, 2, and 1. All right, drop down into that lunge. We're going to rotate. Stand, lunge, rotate, and stand, lunge, rotate towards that front leg, and lift. So it's down, rotate, center, stand, and lift. There's 2 more, and lift. Last time, and lift. Well done. Should be feeling a bit of heat on both sides there. Nice. Coming down onto the mat now. Oh. And from here, we're going to place block at the heel. And we'll do some little quadruped work here. So right leg's in table, right foot's on the block. Left leg's in tabletop. Relax the arms. We're going to lift and lower. Up and down. Up and down. So what can tend to happen here is the toes lift up off the block. So I want you to really press the toes into the block here. Now, of course, if you did not wish to play with the block underneath your foot, you could do these without the block. You've got 2 more. Last time, a little hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swap that block over. For me, I was definitely getting my hammies. So I really want you to think about your energy pressing through your feet as you do that lift and the lower. Think about the knees reaching away from you here. That's it. Another 4 and 3 and 2. Little hold. Knees reaching away, toes pressing into the block for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hug the knees on in, give yourself a little bit of a breather there. Roll on up. The block comes to the side of you. You're gonna have the block pointing away, and we're gonna take a little tricep bend and lift. So what tends to happen with this one is the shoulder lifts up. So I want you to think about the elbow crease pointing away from you, and the elbow is going to drop in and lift. In towards the body and lift. Flat hand. Yeah, so flat hand. Good. I'm going to continue to work here for another 4, 3, 2, and 1 little hold. Bring the forearm to the block here. Little clam, top leg up and down, up and down. So with your clams, press this bottom leg firmly into the mat. Squeeze the heels together. That's it, really lifting up out of that supporting shoulders. We're not sinking, we're really lifting up. Find length through the neck. Head is just floating between those shoulders. That's it. Do a 3, 2, and 1. Right, knees together, lie all the way down. Bring your shins so they're parallel to the top of the mat. Place the block on the outside of your top foot. Good. So from here, it's easier with a heavy block, but we're going to stretch the leg out long. And we lower and lift that leg. So whoa, down and up. When I normally have my cork blocks, much easier to manage. The lighter the block, it's just, I don't know, I just think it's problematic, to be honest. Oh, here he comes, here's trouble. So lower and lift. Hello, my little man, lower and lift. Lower and lift. You checking my technique there, my boy? You checking my technique, my boy? That's it. That's it. That's a good boy. That's it. You got another 5. Or 4. What have you been up to? What have you been up to? 3, 2. Hold the leg about hip height. You're now going to bend the knee in and then stretch the leg out long. So bend the knee in. So you want to keep the knee perfectly in line with your top hip and stretch it out. Bend in and stretch out. Bend in and stretch. Do another 4. Or 3. Or 2. And stretch. And then last one. Stretch and hold. Holding out there for 5. For 4, I can feel all of the muscle right around the top of the hip there and my glute cheeks for 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee in without dropping the block. Then come and lie on your back now. This one's really good for feedback. Yeah. Okay, so foot's flat to the block. If you've got those big cork blocks, you have a very good incentive to not drop the block. Hey, so your legs straight up to the sky, and then we'll just do some little curl ups here. That's really good for dorsiflexion. That foot nice and flat. And the other thing that I love about this is I can't cheat here. It's so good. Nice. Got another 2 more. 1 more hold. Hover the bottom leg. This leg's going to lift up and down. Now you can, of course, drop the head, neck, and shoulders down if you wish. Still working my tummy. I've just had lunch, so I'm not really getting to squeeze my abs too much. Nice. You got another 2 more. And then last time. Good. Hold the leg up. Bit of hip mobility. This left leg's going to stay still as you do some single leg circles with that right leg. Yeah. Single leg circles. Yeah. And lift. If that block falls off, just straight back up, down, and lift. Down and lift. So what I'm going to do instead is bend my left leg, pop my left elbow on. So now I'm working my abs a bit more. The left elbow is on the block. And then reverse those circles the other way. Up, up and down. You've got 3. Keep the circle a little smaller if those hips are clicking a little. And then last one. Ooh, good, well done. All right, let's roll on up. Let's take all that on the other side. Are we having fun? I sure am. So what I tend to often do when I'm teaching is I only demonstrate one side. And I think that's half of my problem. Probably is. I don't think, I know it is. So we're going to take that little tricep down and up. That's what is so good about doing these 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Yesterday was a bit short, but these 15 minutes of good intentional movement. Because I'm focusing on me. Yeah. Continue here for another 4. 4, 3, 4, 2, and 1. Right, forearm comes onto the block, and then slam up and down. Bottom leg presses into the mat. So the more you press this bottom leg, the less likely you are going to swing that clam back and behind you. So press the bottom leg into the mat. Find beautiful length through the back of the neck. Continue here for another 4. What have you been up to today, Scouty? Hey, what have you been up to? Been up to much? Been up to much? Oh, it's a big yawn. You got 2 more. Last time. Gorgeous. All right, so now let's drop on down. Place the block on the long edge. Some folk today I noticed in class, they were working out a way that worked to be able to balance that block on their ankle. But the key thing is to keep the dorsiflexion. All right, so we lift and lower. Up and down. So you'll find your way that works best for you and your body and your legs. What I love about this, the moment if I was to internally rotate that leg at the hip socket, so to turn my thigh bone inwards, like a little pigeon toe leg, I drop the block. But here we're wanting to try and really honor those straight lines. So we're stacking the bones. Good, so another 4. And I feel glute medius so beautifully here. You can actually place your top hand on top of the hip. So glute medius muscles start just at the top of the hip bone and they run around that whole area towards the sacrum. Oh my goodness. Right, next time the leg is lifted, take a hold. We're going to bend and stretch. So try and keep that knee in line with the foot and the hip. Yeah, love it. And stretch it out. You get a whole other little repertoire of things in here. You could do forward and back. You could bring the leg out in front of you and lift and lower it. That would just be mean, I think. That bottom leg's pressing into the mat. It works like a little stabilizer for you. It's like a little dead weighter. Oh my gosh. Let's just do 2 more. Been good to keep the block on this side. Yeah, I can definitely feel that in my hip muscles. And then little hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Oh, take that block away. All right, pat on the bum there. Let's go onto the back. Block's going to come to the sole of my right foot. Push the leg up to the sky, and the goal here is not to drop the block. So bottom leg's out, hands are behind the head, and we lift and lower. So inhale as the leg lifts, exhale breath as the leg lowers. Good, think beautiful long legs here. Breath in as you lift. So think of that leg like a little paintbrush. And up and down. Let's just do 2 more. And down. Bring the leg all the way back up towards the ceiling. Little circles. Oh, and lift. That's it. And that's where the block goes. So then the elbow comes to the block, bend the knee, and we lower and lift. So get a little bit of ab work there. Yeah. Good. Continue that for another 2 more circles in that direction. And then reverse, out, down, and up. And that's where my hips start to click. So I'm just going to keep that circle a little bit smaller. For 3, or 2, 1. Well done. Really nice. All right, coming on up into a kneeling position on the forearms. So this is forearm controlled hip extension. So from here, you'll drop down onto your forearms, but the block, you're going to mush one end of the block beneath the bottom of your sock and your Achilles. And then the top of the block is at your bottom. Squeeze the heel and the bum together. Come onto your forearms here. Knees are stacked underneath those hips. Eyes are towards your hands, and then we lift and lower. And so to keep that block in position, it's about squeezing the heel towards the bottom. Nice. Eyes just beyond your fingers. Belly's drawing in and up. Oh my goodness, the cork blocks are definitely better, I have to say. That's it. I might have to point my foot a little bit. That's it. That's better.
You understand me?
Really good. So let's continue that for another 4.
I know you understand me.
And 3. Feel my hamstrings beautifully there. And then make that your last one. Hold it there. Flex the foot, and we pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. You want a little extra challenge. Hover the bottom knee. A bit more core there for 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Well done. Press on back into child. Maybe a hinge on back. Give those hips a little bit of a stretch there. And let's do the other leg. Isn't this fun? I'm having a great time. All right, so block to the bottom. There we go. Yeah, that's better. So flat to the bum, flat to the upper hamstring, and then maybe a pointed toe. Push the floor away here, so you're really working into a bit of upper body strength too. And so we lift and lower. The goal is to keep that hamstring contracted, to keep the block in position. Lift that belly in and up so there's no movement in the back. That's it, doing really well. That's me just giving myself some feedback there. Got 3 more. 2 more. Hold the leg up and we pulse for 10, 9. To keep that squeeze, to keep that block behind the thigh. 3, 2, 1. Little hold. Stay there if you're happy, or if you want a little bit more spice, press up and tuck. For 3, 2, 1. Drop down. 4. Your hamstrings. Nice to see you. Nice to feel you. Good. Let's take a little stretch here. So I'm going to tuck my toes, lift my hips, and come into a little downward dog and just pedal out through my feet. Stretch out those calves, Achilles, and heels. Alrighty, you're going to step your left shin forward, drop the back leg down. Bit of a head rush being upside down there. And then you're just going to lean over your front leg, down and up. Got a really good cramp in my left foot now. And left. Nice, you got 2 more. 1 more. And then just simply take a little hold. Press that forehead down, maybe massage through the temple. Let's get a little stretch into the outer hip. Take a nice breath in there. Soften and relax for the breath out. Whew. Press the hands on up. We'll take that little stretch to the other side. Oh, can't get rid of that foot cramp. And a little bit of movement here. So just dropping down, light hands to the mat. So you're literally just allowing your body to float, roll down over that front leg and back up again. Roll down and back. If you wanted more, you could actually try this without your hands. And left. And then when you're ready, just drop on down into deer pose. Use that block underneath the forehead. Just feel the stretch through the back side of your right hip. Along the outer seams of the right leg. A little massage of the forehead. Oh, feels good. And then come on up. And we'll just sit cross-legged, take a little side stretch up and over. Come on up through center, big stretch over to the other side. Oh. Oh. And then back up through center. And we're all done. Another 15 minutes of intentional movement. I don't know how you're feeling if you've joined me for the last 9 days. How does your body feel? I mean, I've been on this journey for the last 2 months and I've definitely starting to feel a difference and some strength in my body. Still not balanced in terms of strength from side to side, but that's what this is all about. So this is about you and me time. See you all tomorrow. Take care. Ciao for now.